Do I need to put Houston, Texas in my life?
It's like it be live now. That's why. All right, Shalom, Israel. We got the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we're led by the amazing Commanding General YAHANNA. This is the I.S.U.P.K Houston Friday Lashawan Qadash class. You understand? Where we get back into our culture and learn our native tongue. Lashawan Qadash means holy tongue. This is our language as Hebrews, and the Hebrew is the language, but as Israelites, this is our language. You know what I'm saying? We don't English English, Spanish, and Creole or Haitian. Creole, that's the language that the Haitians speak. Those aren't our native languages. You know what I'm saying? Our native language that we speak as a nation is supposed to be Hebrew. And that's what today's class is. We learn the Hebrew. I'm Officer of 50, Yabakan Banya Howard. I'm holding it down for Officer of 5,000 Tazadat. And today is going to just be a basic class of the Lashawan Qadash. We're going to go over some basic words. It's not going to be too intermediate like what Officer Tazadat gets into, but we're gonna do the thing, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to start off class the way we always start off class, with the alphabet. All right, class, repeat after me. Ba,
Ra,
ba,
ba,
ka, ga,
ga,
da,
ga,
da,
da,
ha,
ha,
wa,
wa,
za,
za,
ha,
ha,
ta,
ta,
ya,
ya,
ka,
ka,
la,
la,
ma,
ma,
na,
na,
sa,
sa,
I, pa,
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 pa, pa,
za,
za,
qua,
qua,
ra,
ra,
sha,
sha,
and the.
the.
You know what I'm saying? That's the Hebrew alphabet. What we just said are the 22 characters in the Hebrew alphabet. If you don't got this, I'll get you one of these by the end of class. You know what I'm saying? A sheet with the Hebrew alphabet on it, so you can practice. But that's 22 characters in the Hebrew alphabet. I damn near want to go over it again. You got a question?
So like you said, is that the same at the bottom?
Yeah, yes, sir. This what we just went over.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Paleo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This right here is the Assyrian. Now the letters of they look different,
mm-hmm.
but it's the same. The I and the I is the same right here,
mm-hmm.
but they're different symbols because we were in different captivities. So we had the same language but different symbols.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a good question. The Hebrew we in the Lashawan Qadash class we studied them both.
Right.
So as an officer, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to know this the Paleo alphabet and the Assyrian alphabet.
Okay.
It takes some time, but you'll get it. Go ahead.
Of course, so that's what we read in the when we in the Sabbath class, right?
The Sabbath we read this one, the Assyrian.
Con.
You know what I'm saying? To get familiar with the alphabet, you know what I'm saying? It's easier. Personally, it was easier with me. I'm not gonna tell you if you want to start off with the Assyrian, you can. But personally, it was easier for me to start off with the Paleo because it's a different symbol for each letter.
Right.
When the symbols on the Assyrian look a little bit similar. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it today. You're gonna see. But you know what? Your cop is out. Could you do me a favor? There's a blue folder on that old Shamar table, and it has under that big binder in the corner, in the very corner, right next to the game. Yeah, there's a blue folder. It should have the you see it? You don't see it? It's lucky. We're gonna get you right before the end of class. But yeah, today, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's an intermediate class or a basic class, rather. we're gonna be going over colors. Now, colors, knowing colors in Hebrew is not something that you need to know in order to become an officer of the Most High in Christ. Get the brother one of everything that's in there. And you take one for yourself too if you need it. Yeah, knowing the colors in the Hebrew is not something that you need for the officer says, but it's good to know. You know what I'm saying? Because one, that's our native language. And to be able to speak our native language is powerful. To be able to say a color in the native language that your language was stolen from you. You know what I'm saying? We know being in the captivity of the oppressor, you know what I'm saying, the things that belong to us, we don't have anymore. We don't even know that we are the true Jews the Bible speaks of. Because all of this information was taken from us. But that's what we have the I.S.U.P.K to thank for. Because that's what we're getting back to. And we're gonna get back into knowing how to say colors today. So the first color I'm gonna start off with, we got troopers in the room, so I'm gonna start off with black. Does anybody know how to say black in Hebrew? No sweat. You know how to say it? No sweat. It's shakar.
Shakar.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna write it down. Okay. We got a phrase too. The phrase is not going to be "I'm wearing trooper black." I'm going to get that for next time I do colors. Mm-hmm. But the phrase we're going to write is "black as the night is black." We're going to write that in Hebrew. All right. So you got a question? He don't got his yeah. Officer got water no. So just take a picture of it. Hey, put your headpiece on. All right, while he do that, I'm gonna get you up to the board. I'm gonna dive you right in. All right, you can bring your the little sheet. Okay, I'm not for time's sake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have you do the sentence. I'm gonna just knock out the sentence. But let's see if you can get your working. I guess you're gonna have to use black. Black is the word, huh? So we're gonna use black. Make sure it's the right one. It's the right one. All right, shakar. Now shakar, that's the word. But sha is the first letter, cha is the second letter, and ra is the third letter. It's 3 letters. That's the hint I'm gonna give you. So write shakar, and in the Hebrew, if everybody listening, we write right to left. English and Spanish, we write left to right. But in Hebrew, we write right to left. So sha is gonna be right here, then the cha, then the ra. So let's see if you can write that down. Write it right underneath there in Hebrew. You can use in the Lashawan Qadash class, we use the Paleo and the Assyrian. But try to do it whichever one is more comfortable for you. You're starting off. You got what's on there on that little sheet.
I'm looking at this right here.
Oh no, don't pay attention to this.
Okay.
This is for synthesis.
Okay.
These are prefixes and suffixes
Right.
for word and sentence. You know what I'm saying? That's a good question that you had. Like these go in the middle of verbs and nouns to conjugate the word to fit the sentence properly. So we're not paying attention to this. All you doing is putting the letters down, spelling shakar.
Shakar.
Shakar, which means black in Hebrew. And you could pass me that purple marker back there? I'm gonna give you this marker to use. Water out. Use this one. You just hand me that. What are you? I gave you the hint already. It should be easy. 3 letters. Be careful not to confuse the sa with the sha. There's a sha and then there's a sa.
So,
Just like there's a ta and there's a tha.
So shakar, not
Right, shakar, not sakar. Mm-hmm.
so it's I don't
Kinda.
CHAA is cha.
Right.
Okay.
Kind of like that sound when you're coughing up a loogie almost.
Right.
Ha.
Yeah.
Ha. It's a rolling cut. Because we also have ka, which is Ka. So we have to make the difference between ka and ha. Ha. I mean. That's like I just said. There's a ha and there's a ka. I spelled it out for you. That's the CH. You use the KA. The CH is gonna be that ladder looking like symbol. Looks like a little ladder.
Ha, okay.
The ha.
Ha, okay.
Shahar. You got it.
I was right on this one.
You ready? You want to write down in I'm gonna give you the choice because this is the first Hebrew word you ever spelled.
Right.
So I'm not gonna.
Well, I just gotta follow it, right?
Yeah, that's all you're doing.
Okay.
Go ahead, write in the Syrian right underneath.
Dang, how would I write that?
Do your best, Ad. I know you want Shamar, but I'm gonna get you up here too. No, you stay on Shamar right now, man. I mean, for the next one. The rud's kind of tricky. Huh? Your phone?
No.
Oh yeah, you too wild. You too wild. That's a good job, bud. Get his brother a hand. Damn right. What are you? So I'm gonna help you out with one little thing and teach you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So in the paleo, we have connectors. The connector goes under each letter as a syllable. In shakar, we have two connectors. A connector underneath the sh, because there's one syllable for sh, and then a connector connecting the cha and the ra, making it kar. You heard? So we got sh and kar.
Mhm.
A connector under sh, and then a connector under cha and ra, making that kar. How you sound the word out. Shakar.
Shakar.
That's why we have two syllables, two connectors.
Come.
You got a question?
And whenever you do that, that's why the R don't have an A behind it.
Khan. Because the R is the ra is the last letter of the word, and it's being connected with the kha to make it har, not chara. Good observation. That's all. That aside from the connector, I just want to teach him that because he's unfamiliar with the connectors. But this brother did an excellent job. We got sh, cha, and ra, spelling shakar. Two connectors in the paleo, like this brother put it. Shakar, and then down here the Assyrian. Shakar. That's good Assyrian too.
Wow.
You're gonna do nothing but get better. So that's let me put the Strong's coordinates like it for the people online. I don't even have the Strong's concordance. No sweat. It's like it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the sentence, the phrase that we got. I'm gonna put that phrase in for in the paleo and in the Assyrian. You know what I'm saying? As good as you got the color in, I might have you do a phrase too a little bit later tonight. I'm not gonna give you too hard of one. But I can't just write it. I gotta write the actual Hebrew lettering now. Hebrew verbalization.
You ain't getting it.
All right. So we got the phrase black as the night is black is Shachawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shachawar. Now, Shachawar is the conjugation of Shakar. It's describing the night. That's why it has the Shachawar, the suffix. Like this brother brought out earlier from over here. But we're not going to get too much into that because this is a basic class. But this is how you say black as the night is black in Hebrew. Shachawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shachawar. So I'm going to write that in Hebrew underneath in purple. And the next color we have, I'm gonna have one of you brothers do it. I'm just letting you. This is how the Lashawan Qadash is gonna be taught today. We're gonna have the color, the sentence, and then the verbalization of the sentence. And we're gonna write the color in the Hebrew, Paleo, and Assyrian, and then we're gonna write the verbalization of the sentence in Hebrew and Assyrian. So I'm gonna start this sentence off. Shakawar. Kamal. Shahala Yala. Shakawar.
Just took it.
All right. I know it might look intimidating, but you'll get to that same point that I just whipped that boy out in time. But that's why I was saying earlier, like the Assyrian. Oh, I need to put the connectors up there. Let me put the connectors up on Swaki. Let me make sure we're doing this right. Like, all right, the connectors again. Like I said, the connectors are really for pronunciating the word. So you don't have the connectors in the Assyrian, which is what we use in the Sabbath service.
Mm-hmm.
So really, in order to get good with the connectors, you gotta remember how many syllables the Hebrew word has, and what it sounds like when you're saying it. For shachawar, we know the sha and the cha are two syllables of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a connector on the sha, connector on the cha, and then war. That's two letters but one word. One syllable. So sha is a connector on the wa and ra. So that makes shachawar. And the same goes for the rest of the words. the connectors and the syllables of the word make the connectors. But hey, I can get up here. We only need one brother on Shamar. So right here we got black as the night is black, Shachawar, Kamal, Shahalayala, Shachawar. Written in Hebrew, in the ancient Paleo up top, and the Syrian down below. So for those watching online, I'll give you a couple seconds. Be kind to rewind. You can go ahead and get that down for your notes. But black is shachar rather. That's how you say black in Hebrew. So in this Passover, you can say, I got on my all shachar. You know what I'm saying? You're wearing your all black, even if you are officer. You know, sometimes being on shamar duty, you know, you gotta be wearing all shachar. So that's how you say black in Hebrew, shachar. All right. The next, you want to get a picture? Anybody want to get a picture before I erase this?
I wrote it down, sir.
Wrote it down, and you can always watch the class too.
Go ahead, I'll watch that.
Sir.
Kind. I'm gonna get this down. So the next color we're gonna have, I got black. Who thinks they know what I'm gonna do next? Damn right. I'm gonna do white. They're like opposites almost. Who knows what white is in Hebrew? Anybody? No sweat. It's Laban. White is Laban.
Damn,
That was my marker. Damn. This is not good. So white. Let's see if you can see that. That's hard to see for the people online. So I'm gonna go ahead and write this in different colors. Salakia. All right, so that's how you say white in Hebrew, Laban. I'm gonna give a phrase for this one too. The cloud is white. I remember one of my previous classes I did for Lashawan Qadash, I went over forecast and I went over cloudy. So does anybody remember how to say cloud? No sweat. That's what this is here for. It's cloud. We're here to learn. I9. I9 is cloud. But we going over colors today, so try to remember white is Laban. But as far as the phrase, the cloud is white. It's gonna be Ha-Ainan Laban. Ha is like the brother was saying earlier, these prefixes and suffixes over here. Ha means the. So Ha-Ainan is the cloud. So Ha-Ainan Laban, the cloud white. That's how you say it. Can I get a volunteer to do this one? Come up. So right now, you know what I need? I need the Laban in Hebrew, Paleo and Assyrian, and that phrase Ha-Anan Laban in Paleo and Assyrian.
Pay me on the series. Yes.
Don't forget to connect on the La.
Okay.
Now I'm glad you did that. Step aside for 1 second.
Okay.
This brother just made a mistake. It's a you know what you did? Con. But it's a common mistake though. You know what I'm saying? In the Assyrian, there are certain letters that end when the word ends in that letter, it's a different symbol. Like you're gonna get used to it. But Na is one of those letters. This symbol, this Na symbol, if it were at the beginning or in the middle of the word, that's how you would have it. But since it's at the end of the word, it ends in a Na, it ends in a different symbol. So you Khan, damn right. So go ahead and fix that bubble shot.
Come on.
Damn right. Excellent job. If you need more space here, you can
Write six in
let me write this back. A little bit smaller. Now you got a little bit more room to work with slightly. It's still gonna be down below, but Ha-Anan Laban, only 2 words. Right underneath. Good job. Most high in Christ. Get that brother a hand. Wow. Big thing. That this brother so elegantly put down, almost flawlessly, except for this one mistake here, but he did his thing. He got Laban and the Paleo and then the Assyrian, and down here he has Ha-Anan, Laban, and the Paleo and the Assyrian. With the connectors, Ha-Anan, Ha-I-Nan, 3 syllables, 3 connectors, 4 letters, Ha-I-Nan, Laban. So for those on, you got a question? Go ahead.
Okay. The Slovakia, the two connectors in the first word is the same symbol.
Oh yeah, it's only two symbols for the connectors. It's either the connector where it's leaving one letter by itself, or it's the connector where it's connecting two letters. So it's either gonna be under little shape underneath two, or a under little over shape, like a little over
For a single. Right?
for a single, right? It's gonna be right underneath the letter.
And then what's the same? It's the same symbol though. So, what's the sound does that give for the same symbol, sir? I think.
What you mean?
Because it looks the connect, not the connectors, but the symbols itself.
Oh, I mean these right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, none. And they connect to none. N-A-N. No. I-9.
Con.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And on this side, none. It has right here, down here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, and then none. The last no is the ending with it. Con. So the brother brought out a heavy point. No is the same letter making the sound none, as in I-9, which means cloud. And right here, this is Ha-I-9 Laban. Brother wrote it in Hebrew, Paleo, and Assyrian. So now I'm gonna get into my my third color. I'm gonna say the color red. We got black and white. Black is what? Shachar. We got white as Laban. So now I'm gonna do red. Does anybody know what red means? I mean, not red means, but how to say red? No sweat. That's what we're here to learn. Okay, red is Adawam. Adawam. I'm gonna write it, but I'm gonna tell you before I write it. I'm gonna tell you why it's Adawam. We know Edom is Esau.
Right.
And what do we know about Esau? When he was born, he was red and hairy. He looked different from regular people. That's he was Adawam. Edom is Adawam. That's how you say Edom in Hebrew, Adawam. So it's Adam. It's lucky for the people online who can't see, but I'm having a difficult time using these markers, and it's not really working out for me. We do need to get some new markers at the school, so it's lucky in advance, but we're gonna try to make it work what we got. So the phrase I'm gonna use is red means to stop. All right, this phrase is a little difficult, but I got faith in my brothers that be able to do it. So You know what? Your job, I'm not gonna leave you out, man. Even though you not really dressed completely for class, I'm still gonna include you because it's a good learning activity. No sweat. Have you been paying attention? Okay, I'm gonna have you come up here and write Adawam and Paleo and Assyrian. Israel, please excuse this brother. You know what I'm saying? He is a trooper, but he came straight from a slave. He did show some zeal, but next time he's gonna pack his trooper black. His trooper, how you say black? Shakar. No, it's not Shakar. 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 Not Shakawar, but Shakar. Shakawar is explaining something that's black. Like this shirt is black. It would be Shakawar because it's a little bit more entailed. But just to say regular black is Shakar. You're gonna have this trooper Shakar right out of one right under here. So yeah, Israel again, excuse this brother, but he does have the zeal to learn, so we're not gonna exclude him. Most High in Christ. You know about the connectors? Been paying attention about the connectors? Put the connectors underneath out of one. How does it sound? And and da too. And da are alone, so it's gonna have a single connector underneath the letter, right? Mm-hmm. Now underneath them both, has one and da has one, and then wam has that double one. Damn right. I ain't crazy. Or not. You halfway done. Let's get into Assyrian.
Oh, Assyrian.
Now I know that Ma is one of them letters that end in a different symbol too. So let's see if he gets this correct. Mm-hmm. Damn right. Good job, Bob. No connectors when it's in this area. Let's get his brother in. You do that one too? Most High in Christ. Let's get it done. Now, I wrote it, we write right to left in Hebrew, but we write, when we're doing the verbalization, it's still left to right. So this is the first letter, the first word. So the first word is going to be on that side, then this word going to be there, and then that word is going to be right here. Mm-hmm. What this brother is writing is the verbalization of red means stop in Hebrew. Adawam, which is red. Pawara washwa, which means it means. Let me get the exact definition for you brothers. To specify. Pawara washwa means to specify. So red specifies la'ai tazawar. La'ai tazawar means to restrain or to stop. So red specifies restraint. Red means stop. Adawam, pawara washwa, la'ai tazawar. Go ahead, you got a question?
Salaki, so basically you can use the same word, but it depends on what your verbiage is on how you're using it, instead of having to spell it different.
Well, you can use that word in the middle, pawara washwa, to specify. Let's say white doesn't mean tawad. White doesn't mean good. But let's say the sentence we wanted to use would be white means good, which is what Christianity teaches us. But in this sentence, I'm just teaching white laban, pawara washwa, specify tawab, good. So you can use these words over. But since you know what I'm saying, we're not too familiar with the Hebrew just yet, let's just remember the main word, the color. So we got black, which is shakar. We got white, which is laban, and we got red, which is adawam. Mm-hmm. Again, the colors won't be on the officer's test, but the alphabet will. So you will need to know how to spell.
It's a lot.
That's what we got answering machine for, huh?
Now I was turning it down, so it don't ring again. Thought I had turned it down, so I said it.
No sweat. Remember, we live, so I'm already giving you a pan. I'm already looking bad with the pants, so don't make me look too bad. You might want to give yourself a little bit more room. Put it right here.
Oh, yes.
And this brother was asking about the word Hawawashwa. I'm going to give you the root word because as we were going over earlier, these words are conjugated to make present, past, and future tense. So that's a more intermediate lesson, present, past, and future tense of words, you know what I'm saying, verbs, sometimes even nouns. But that's what we use these prefixes and suffixes for. It's a root word, but it has a wa in the middle of it, or it has whatever prefix or suffix that it needs to fit the sentence properly. So I'm going to give you the root word of Pawara-washwa. Parash. Parash means to specify. And Pawara-washwa is specifying stop. Or la'ai tazawar. So again, so matter of fact, me saying white means tawab, you're not going to be able to use the same word because tawab will have different than la'ai tazawar. That was a good question. But you'll go over. If you want to go back, you know what I'm saying. You can find the old class also talks about going over past, present, and tense of different verbs. And there's even a verb sheet that has 100 different verbs. The noun sheet that has 100 different nouns. You know what I'm saying? You might have it. You know what I'm saying? It teaches us the past, present, and tense and how to conjugate each verb for past, present, and tense, and to connect with what it's explaining. You know what I'm saying? Or what noun it's referring to. And the root word for la'itazawar is itazar. That's actually a dope name. It could be a name. Itazar. But that is to restrain. So la'itazar, over here we got la, 2 or 4. So la'itazar means for restraint. Red specifies for restraint. I'm glad everybody got a chance to come to the board. Trooper Yakabai, you're pretty much familiar with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're well on your way of becoming a priest. You know, we only gonna have three colors today for time's sake. We got the colors of my home team, Chicago Bulls. So we got red, white, and black. Red, white, and black. Now, let me stop you. What you're doing here is not wrong. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not. It's you right, but you're not right. Just for the fact of this specific word, because this is a ta and this is a za, but in this word it's taza.
Taza.
There's a ta and there's a za and there's a taza.
Oh,
yeah, no sweat, because it's sometimes hard to know which one is which. But in certain words, that's how you know. And this word, we know the difference. I'm gonna break this down with the time we have left. And this word we know is the taza is not ta and za, but rather one letter taza because of the root word. And the root word is itazar, which is only 3 letters. I, taza, and ra. So La'atazawar doesn't, it might sound like it has a lot of different letters, but it doesn't have that many letters. Atazar was the root word for La'atazawar. But this brother's doing the damn thing. Most High in Christ. Get his brother a hand. Not only toughed out the Hebrew word, but a whole Hebrew sentence.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this brother so eloquently put red, Adawam, 3 syllables, da, and wam. The wam, including the wa and the ma, making it Adawam. He put that in the let me get out the way. He put that in the ancient Paleo and down below in the Assyrian. The ma in Adawam ends in a different letter than if the ma was in the beginning. It's the box shape. So he did that in the Assyrian. Good job. And down below, he got the phrase red means stop. Adawam pawara washwa la'ai Adawam in the ancient Paleo, and then in the Assyrian down below, pawar washwa. He got it down correctly. Pawar. Now his connector right here. Pawara. Wash. That's where his connector is wrong.
I got it wrong.
You almost had it though. Pa, wa, ra, wash.
Wash. Oh,
Washwa. Pa, wa, wash.
I don't want con. I see why I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the wrong spot.
Con. Pa, wa, ra, wash. Wa.
Con,
That's how you do that. Just really pay attention to how you saying the word, and the connectors will be a breeze. That's how. But this brother did do a good job though. Pawara washway. Now he got it in the Syrian. His Assyrian is Tawab too for a beginner. It's damn Tawab. And then la I. He forgot his I. He just put la taza. You kind of messed up with la I taza wa. No sweat. I'm gonna go ahead and fix it for time's sake because we really only running short with time.
Con, I don't want con.
But you did a damn
So
good
like
job,
you
though.
said,
No, you did a good job, huh? This is the first time you've been up here. Y'all brothers are doing excellent. You keep the zeal that you have, and you keep the hunger for knowledge up, and you'll be damn good priests. For time's sake, I'm gonna put La'ai Tazawar. La'ai Tazawar. And then in the Assyrian, even I gotta look at things sometimes. I'm forgetting. Taza. Oh, it's that thing. Okay.
Like a funny art. Erase my. That's what I did. My eye. You say eye?
Yeah, that's real funky looking. My eye Taza was like it. But nonetheless, it's correct. Yeah, your eye was missing. And you had a Z still up there. Or a Z.
Oh, okay, that's
So
what
I had to fix it. I couldn't just erase one letter.
Con, I don't want con.
You put the connectors down there. Amen means 12. Love, I, Taza, Wall. All right. This brother did again. Don't give the handouts to all of us. All you brothers. Damn good job. So we know that red means autumn. The Hebrew word for red is Adawam. The Hebrew word for white is Laban. And the Hebrew word for black is Shakar. Shakar, rather. You gotta have that rolling Ka sound. And with that, I'm gonna close out class. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are led by the amazing Commander General YAHANNA. Shalom.